Hey, what's up, everybody? Kip here, and today I'm going to be talking about animation canceling. I'm going to be using Smite as an example, as is the game that I'm playing, and I'm pretty sure it's the game you're all familiar with as opposed to League. So I'm playing a god in Smite Gold Tier, which is, since I play solo lane, it's the hero that has probably the most animation canceling potential, so that's why I chose him. And so yeah, let's just talk about what animation canceling actually is before I go into it, and then I'll explain Tier's kit and kind of how animation canceling goes into the kit. So animation canceling is obviously to cancel animations. That's literally the literal definition of it. But what that means is that you're trying to get more damage out faster because you're canceling animations. Because usually there's like unnecessary animation that goes on in a lot of abilities in Mobas, and what you're trying to do is cancel that. And usually there are two basic kinds of animation canceling. There's auto weaving, which is getting more autos in between spells, and then there's I guess you call it spell weaving, which is effectively just canceling the spell animation to then get another spell out. Basically, you're always canceling an animation in order to get more damage out, or whether it's an auto or a spell is irrelevant because you're just trying to get more damage out. So let's just kind of go through Tier's basic kit now, just if you guys don't know. So Tier is a stance switching hero. His third ability is the thing that switches his stance. Depending on which stance he is in, he gets flat stats. So he gets a red stance, which you can see by this or the color of his sword. He gets 50 physical power with 50 AD if you play League. And when he's in blue stance, 50 protections. Now, obviously, the stance switch has a cooldown, and all the stance switch does is augment his basic abilities, which is his 1 and his 2. So essentially what you do... I'm so sorry. So essentially in his red stance is CC and damage, and his blue stance is defense and healing. That's like the very layman's terms of like how Tier works. So in red stance, his fearless, which is first ability, which is a dash, will do 2 instances of damage in red stance and will knock them up. In tandem with power cleave, will also knock them up and do damage. So it'll look something like this: 1, 2, then power cleave knocks them up again. So you can see how you can catch multiple people in this, and it does CC and damage, and 3 instances of damage in total. Now in his blue stance, it's no CC, it's just 1 instance of damage to the dash, and his blue power cleave heals goes up to 3 times. So what'll happen is that you can heal 315 base, and then the physical power scaling of like, what is it, like, I don't know, like 0.2 or something. So, anyways, now his basic combo is going to look something like this. This is like very, very basic. It's like something like that. You're just trying to use all 4 of his basic abilities, essentially. You're 2 instances of fearless, 2 instances of power cleave. It's like the most basic thing. Now, let's try and do auto weaving. Now, you can hide and auto attack in pretty much every single one of his abilities. Pretty much. There's like maybe a few exceptions where it's like maybe not worth it, but yeah. So it's like auto, 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 auto. I hit 4 autos into the basic combo there. Now, let's talk about why this is important. So the reason why this is important in MOBAs is the fact that on this hero, you never feel done. You never feel like you have mastered everything and that you're basically just doing upkeep on your mechanics. You always feel like there's something that you could be doing better. You could just be a little bit faster. You could just be a little bit cleaner and all of this. And this is like the feeling that you need in a MOBA, because it is all about personal progression. And there's not enough games nowadays that, or not enough MOBAs that really have this as a baseline. So let's talk about Paragon, for instance, since most of you play Paragon. There's like very, very minimal animation canceling in Paragon. The extent of it was probably Grux. It's probably the only one. Richter had some funny things, but it was like maxing it out didn't really do anything. But Grux is the one until he got reworked with like his new ultimate and all that. Grux had a lot of things you could do. It's I don't know. And I felt like it was one of those things that I really didn't like about Paragon. I felt like I couldn't really progress. I feel like I did everything. And it's really, really lame, I feel like. But instead, like, every single time I come onto Smite, like, it's like, oh yeah, I want to play Tier. Why? Because I feel like I can get better. I feel like I can progress. And then when I finally do that, like, really sick play, it just, like, it feels so much better. Same thing with, like, Lee Sin or, like, Riven or, like, even Zed on League. Where it's just, like, you have these heroes that you can just get so much better at. So yeah, guys, that's just my basic overview of animation canceling. I hope that you guys agree with me, because it's a very, very important thing. It makes it so that you get the most out of your time in a game, or in a MOBA, sorry. And I really hope that the next game, or the next MOBA that comes out, is going to have animation canceling in it. so that people can look like really, really good individuals and also feel rewarded for their time in MOBAs. So yeah, guys, that's it for me. Like, comment, subscribe as always, and peace.